Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, what's your name?
Jason. Yeah.
Jason?
Jason.
Alright, Jason.
Go by Jason.
That's what you go by, Jason? What, you got no nickname in that, man? What they call you out here?
Just
It's Jason, man? That's what's up, bro. So yeah, this is another gift from Dad. You know, I'm not sure if you're familiar with what I do, but what I do is I go around and speak to fathers about, male role models, fathers, just men, on how they grew up, about, you know, how they was raised by their parents, and et cetera, et cetera. But so you got any kids?
No.
Nah, no children?
Nah, no children.
Not thinking about it at all, innit?
Not right now.
Not right now? Wow, what's up, man? You got the little ones?
Not right now.
Oh man, all right, cool. Like, how was the relationship with your father growing up? Do you want to talk to me about that?
Well, I can say I had a relationship with a stepfather, but
Okay.
a stepfather is not a stepfather if you're taking the responsibilities of being a father. So he's dad. You call him dad or papa.
Okay. And that's your stepdad.
That's my dad.
That's what's up, man. But how did that make you feel though? Like, that did you ever want that relationship with your actual pops? Or
I mean, if I never known him, what I was known, I was already known to pop or what I call dad.
Okay.
So it was not like I was reaching out to find somebody who was supposed to be responsible for me being here. So, you know, if I was to ever see him, I don't think I'd be mad. You know, I just want to shake his hand and go, "Hey, how you doing? I'm part of you."
I grew up now, man.
I'm up here now. I don't want to ask him for nothing. I want to say you missed out on nothing. I mean, eventually he'll realize it's his fault.
So no better feelings or anything like that?
No. I don't think I'll ever be a bitter child.
All right, cool. So what you do for a living, Jason?
Teach school.
Teach school?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. We need more men of color, especially where we at, you know. Talk to me about that. How important do you think it is for us to have male and especially black male teachers?
See, my theory is, I mean, traditionally in the school system, the women were the ones who taught school. The fathers was out either working labor jobs or construction jobs or warehouse jobs and stuff like that, and the women went to the schoolhouse and taught the kids. So in today's generation, it's kind of different when you see all women. As women are growing up and they're teaching their children not to be in a good relationship with their father, it kind of breaking the educational system, because a child could go through the system and he's not going to really respect the woman teacher because he has his mother. His mother is dominant to him. The mother's teaching him not to like his father. So when he gets to school and he see all these women in his faces, that's where the behavior levels come from. Well, look, I already got a mother. The first thing they say if it's trouble, I'd go tell my mother. You never really hear him mention a dad. So
it's like you don't have it.
Me being there, they see a man in the face of dominance. Oh wow, I can respect this man, and he can teach me how to respect women. I'm going to respect my mother. I'm going to respect the man when I see him, and I'm definitely going to respect the female. I definitely do, but you can always curb that. You got to know how. I think you got to know what the background of the child is first. You know? You got to, like me, when I start, I like to meet the parents of the kids I'm going to be dealing with before school even start. Let them know what I'm about. How I'm going to run my program. You know, I'm stern with it. So I don't want them to think it's going to be a cakewalk when they come in there. Oh, he's just him. First of all, you don't give me a title to who I am, because I work too hard to get it. You know, and I don't really call out to parents for discipline. I try to discipline them on my own. You know, I've got you for 8 hours of the day. The parent probably got you for 2, because if she's working, you're home for 2 hours, you're probably doing homework, and you're going right to sleep by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I think about that too, and people don't see that. So I think, you guys are actually raising our children more than us, you know what I mean? But they don't see that. So what do you think is worse, the children or the parents? Like, when you're dealing with them behavior-wise.
The parent.
The parent. I mean, elaborate on that.
The parent, because the parent is not really there. Well, most, I can't say all. The parent is not really there enough to feed into the negative behavior that they're bringing. Most parents feel like you're annoying them when you got to call home and say, "Oh, your son did this," or "Your daughter did this." You know, you get some parents that say, "Well, that's your problem," or "He doesn't do it at home. She doesn't do it at home." You might not see it at home, because if you're a hardworking parent, you got a 9 to 5 from that. Whatever time your child get out of school, 3:30, about 4 o'clock. If you get off at 5, so from that 5 o'clock to that 8 o'clock time, that's a 3-hour span. A lot can happen in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Sit down and eat like a family, which we don't do anymore. Sit down and eat like a family, talk to your child about how his day was in school, ask about homework, read a book together, get a little bit of TV time, you know, prep. So sometimes you got these families or these mothers and fathers, you come right home, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, child will come home. The first thing the child will do is say, "Oh, Dad, or Mom, look what I did at school today." I ain't got time.
Yeah, because they tired. You know, they
They're tired. They don't have time, so they don't really see that traditional life where you sitting down together discussing all this stuff with the do's and don'ts of school.
So you think that come back on you when a child do come back to school the next day? Do you see the correlation in the behaviors for them having a lack of that at home? So when they come to school, it's like, hey, look at me, Mr. G. You know?
I mean, you can, you will. I mean, you don't see it a lot, but I mean, some of those behaviors don't. I mean, you can't fix them. You can, but I like to say the word "can't." But I mean, it has to be a community effort. I mean, teacher, parent, student, not teacher, student.
The parents be missing, man.
You know, you don't want to give all your power to me. Then at home, he might not listen to you.
But it's tough though. Like you said, the parents, they gotta work. Yeah. They have to work. If they don't work, then they can't. You know, they can't provide, have a place, a shelter for their children, anything. Then it's gonna be bigger problems. So what can you do, man? You know, what are some things you think you could implement that could keep these children active?
First of all, we got to think about the list of possibilities. Think about the list of things we know can happen and will happen. The do's and don'ts. Birds and the bees, all these little acronyms my mom and my grandma and my pops used to say to me back when I was growing up. So right now, you have to find some resources that you can do with your child. Any day, I feel like if I was a father, any day I would have off from work or from school would be spent with my child. You know, you need that bonding time. You want your child to miss you. You know, you want your child to miss you so much that they want to be around you all day. I mean, right now, I can say I'm a dad to 568 kids right now. I mean, I'm all school children.
Yeah, wow.
So I don't call myself a father. A father is, okay, you laid down and you produced a child. Of course, that makes you a father.
So you're a dad.
I'm a dad. Down and dirty. Yeah. Down and dirty.
I like that.
Down and dirty.
So how do you feel about that? Because a lot of guys, they feel like, you know what, that kid ain't mine, so they don't feel like they're responsible for him. Like me, I see all the children in the world as mine. I think I have a responsibility as a man that when I see a young man or a young woman out here, I have experience and I view them as my child. How do you feel about that? You feel the same way?
I mean, yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do, but I'm going to break that. I'm going to be an oxymoron on that and say all the time I do. Because like I said, I deal with them. So I deal with them on different levels. I mean, I'm really more of brother to some of them, dad to most of them, friend to ones that need it. You know, so, I mean...
So you like the utility knife?
Definitely. The Pied Piper.
Yeah.
The Pied Piper. You know, so.
I want to talk to you about depression. Have you ever dealt with it? And do you see children dealing with it? And what are some things that you think that we can implement to try to combat the depression?
I mean, right now, I figure like the way they're trying to open up all these resources and stuff like that in the neighborhood, jobs, housing... Nobody should be depressed right now. I mean, if it's out there for you, go take advantage of it. I mean, we always listen to the sob story, or I can't do this, or this person won't allow me to do this, or I can't get hired because of this. You get hired if you put yourself in the right position. Some people spend most of their life, early years, not knowing what they want to do. So that's a whole bunch of time you wasted doing nothing. Then you get up in age where you're 25, 26, 27, and you try to make something happen.
But yeah, but that was where you come into play. And again, like, you know, we normally don't have that. You catch them when they're young. Like, listen, man, you're 14. You think it's a game right now, but look, pick something that you.
So that's actually the purpose of the mentor program. You catch them when they're young. You show them you can be anything in the world you want to be. Most people think.
Mentor program? What mentor program?
Mentor program is called BOG, Better in Our Generation. That's the mentor program we got. I service about 57 young men from pre-K up to 8th grade. But once they graduate, I stay in their life. So it's not like once they leave out of 8th grade, I cut them off. So I'm checking on. I have 2 in college, 6 in high school. 57 in total. I have 33 that's about to graduate probably June 6th into the program, but they receive their bow ties. So it's like I'm always working. I'm constantly working. I mean, I'll be tired, so I find time for myself to go play ball here, hang out here. Other than that, people they never see me nowhere, but they assume. You know, I like when people see me if I'm dressed down or something, like with jeans on, a t-shirt, and a fitted hat on, and they put a judgment on you.
Yeah.
Then the next time they see me, I'm in a bow tie with a long sleeve shirt. And the first thing they say, "Are you going to court?"
Yeah, and yo, that's crazy, man.
I get that all the time. Oh, you must be coming from court. So if I got my ID on, I make sure I let it flip, let them see, and look, I'm part of something, you know.
But that don't kind of like offend you, or not? Well, I don't even know if it not really offend you. It's just like you see the mind the mind state that we are in, man, in our communities. That why this man have to be coming from court because he's dressed down.
No, I like it. I like it. I like it because that just make me buy better bow ties.
Cool. You gotta give me some of them sent over, man. Have you ever dealt with depression?
No.
You said
maybe if I felt like I failed myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most of the time, if I feel like I failed myself, I'll be depressed. But I won't let nobody see that. I'll never let nobody see defeat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably go out my way to help somebody else real quick, even though I'm hurting myself and I really need it for myself. But I'm gonna make sure you're big enough because I know I can adjust myself to get out of depression.
Yeah.
But I can't have me in depression and you, boy, I'm me being depressed and you being depressed together. So it's like, you know what? You don't know how to get out of depression, but I do. So I'm gonna give you my material to get you out of depression.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna get myself out of it. Now we got 2 people up, nobody at the bottom.
That's sweet, man. Because I use that. I use that too. I always said that if I see the best way to make yourself happy is to make someone else happy,
definitely.
and it'll get you out of any funk that you're in. What's the importance of having a like an older mentor? You think?
I mean, they saw it firsthand before I did. You know, we coming into a world that's constantly changing fast every day. Whereas you got these older guys that was out here when stuff was like still flat. You know, everything was still flat, the same. So now we're in this colorful world with things changing. We got fashion that's changing. We got language that's changing. We got the music that's changing. And you look at these old heads and they talk to you about how they grew up. Everything that was happening between music and education had a message behind it. You know, a positive message. You know, they were singing about what was happening. You would get a song from, say, like the Whispers that's singing about family time and being in love. And then you would get another nice little R&B group that was singing about something positive.
Al Green.
So now all our kids got to listen to right now is messages of hurting each other and staying the same. I dare to be different. So right now all the kids, everybody want to be the same. They want to juice down, lean down, sag my pants, shoot to kill or shoot to hurt. But who you hurting?
You're hurting us at the end of the day.
So we exterminating ourselves, actually. And I don't want to just blame music on that, but the message, that's all we want this image to not be a person. I'm not trying to say I want everybody to be a school teacher, but it's enough men out here that you can look at and see that they had something positive going for themselves. But everybody else want to look to the one person that's going to have this negative impact on you so you can be cool. I want to be him. In reality, I mean, after a while, when he dry up, don't you dry up too?
Yeah, but it's the media though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's things that they see on the TV. As young kids, you're like, dang, I want that. You see the girl with the big butt or whatever like that, and little girls see that. You know what? That's what I had. And they don't understand that intelligence is more important than your body. You're going to listen like a fruit, right? You're ripe for a minute. But eventually, you know, you dry up and wither. But you could always take your knowledge with you.
Yeah.
Talk more about the importance of education to you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, education is a 10. You know, what you don't know, you can't achieve. So, you have some people that, like me, I'm an independent thinker. You know, I like to be real opinionated. Like everything I think is a cause and effect to everything you say, everything you do. So, with the educational part, I mean, I just feel like we don't take it into consideration enough. We don't value it enough. It's free, and we still don't value it enough, man. You don't know how many times I can ride. I'm on my way to work. I got to be there at 7:55, and it can be about 7:30. I can see about 30 kids standing in one spot on the corner today. Whatever else they're engaging in. But then you figure if the school system is from 8 o'clock to about 3:10, these kids that don't go to school somehow always end up around the school. So if you want to be around the school that much, go in.
Yeah, right.
You want to be outside bored for 8 hours waiting for your homeboy or your homegirl to come out of school, standing looking in the window, standing in the parking lot. As soon as they get out of school, you want to go join the bunch. Why not just go to school?
I mean, that don't make sense to me either.
And everybody blame not having a good job and a stable life on, because they won't hire me. They won't help me. Help yourself. Get in the books. I stress books. Get in the books. Read. Even if you look educated, you probably can find a job. You look educated. Even if you look educated, yeah.
So the people before us, that's why they make the books for, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I did this, and everybody, I hate that too. I call them crutch people. That be like, look, man, I can't do this because such and such, or your mama, like, bro, you think no one, Warren Buffett, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, none of these people nobody did anything for them. I mean, they had help, but they had the drive, because that's all you need. You just gotta be willing to go ahead and do it, man. What advice can you tell these youngsters that want to blame others for their where they at right now in life?
What I want to tell them?
Yeah, what advice can you give them to get them up and like, hey man,
I want to tell them that excuses hurt more.
Mm-hmm.
The more you use excuses, it's gonna hurt you. You know, I left the excuse game alone probably when I became a man. And everybody say you become a man when you turn 18. It took me a little longer to think about that. So I'll probably say I became a man when I turned 24. That's when I found out what I wanted to do with myself.
Mm-hmm.
At 18, I felt like I was still young. I could still come out here and run around and do all this crazy chill out stuff. But at the end of the day, I got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, man.
You know, what am I showing for? What do I want to do? How will people remember me? I don't want them to know, oh, that's the 18-year-old kid. You know, now he's 24. You know the one that just run up and down the parking lot or jump over the gate or just play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing with it?
Who had the biggest impact on your life?
Yeah, I think my mother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Talk to me
She had
about
a
your
mean
mom.
backhand. She had a mean backhand. So, yeah, I say my mother. Yeah. My mother, she was the type, if she saw you fail, which we ain't never used that, well, we used it before, but when we stopped using that word, everything we did, she was so supportive of it. It could be like you could go out for a basketball team, not make it, but she'd still get supported. And she'd make it feel like you was the best person on the team. Oh, yeah, you shot that ball, and you got that rebound, and I saw you make that pass and that layup. And deep down inside, you know she's supporting you, but in your head, you never got in the game. But she's still supporting you, letting you know that she was at this game and telling you that you scored these points, and you know you did.
But so that take you a long way.
It takes you away from, I'm on this basketball team, and I'm not getting no burn from my family in the stands, but when I come to them, they saw something different. So to me, I'm sitting there, I could go for depression. I'm sitting there thinking I let everybody down. I failed because I'm at this point in my life when I'm playing ball and nobody see me get in the game. But your mom's sitting there like she saw a whole different story of you. You know, so that's like her giving you the encouragement, like, boy, in my eyes, you had wings. So that just made me push harder. So, dang, she was that happy and I didn't get in the game. Now I got to go work hard now. Now I work hard now. I finally start to get in the game. So by the time I was a sophomore in high school, now I'm actually getting into the basketball game. I'm working hard in the summertime. I'm letting go all the negative friends I'm hanging around. And I'm actually in the game and she's happier than she was. So that just boosted my motivation.
Talk to me about how important it is to have a strong woman in your life. You know, rather that be a mom or a girlfriend, an auntie. You know, how important is that to help you grow?
Women don't take no BS. See, like I said, men take a long time to find out what they want. Women, I think, are more organized than men. You know, women are more organized. You know, they have their stuff in order. We're gonna do this. I'm at the end. Men try to jumble stuff all around. We can have our agenda right there. But you want to jump from the beginning to the end and try to work on the middle and go back to the side. And then sometimes we lose focus on what was our whole purpose of doing it.
Yeah.
Women already know it. Okay, today, like say today's Sunday, you know, and women get up. Oh, today I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna cook dinner. I'm gonna go to church. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna watch a little bit of TV. Go to sleep. Let that be a man. Oh, I'm gonna get up, go play ball, cook.
Yeah.
Try to go to church. You know, it's out of order.
Go to sleep, big.
So all that stuff don't add up because you cook dinner, then you want to go play ball. Now you're hungry. Now I gotta eat dinner again. Then, I forgot to go to church. So everything be so jumbled up with us. Women, I think they're more. Man, they ain't tuned to life.
Yeah.
So if you got a strong woman behind you and she steady pace forward with no stopping, and she motivates you and she bring you in, like she turn around and she grab your hand and bring you with her, then you'll be real successful.
Yeah, man. But you know, then again, we see there's other stereotypes too. When, oh, what's this? Nah, bros over hoes. You know what I mean? Or, nah, I'd rather be with my homies than with a woman, like a strong woman and stuff, man. What do you gotta say to these youngsters about that, man?
When you say stuff like that, I'd rather be with my bros than your woman. That means you scared to be different. You know, you scared to be different. Because most of the bros you hang around probably all doing the same thing. You know, unless one of them in that group is doing something that's gonna be highly favored for you and get you to the next level. You gotta dare to be different. Yeah. I'm never gonna be in a situation where I feel like, okay, I'm hanging around 5 guys, and these 5 guys do the same thing every day. Same position every day, nobody moving forward. I got to dare to be different. I mean, even if I go stand with them 5 guys and I let them know, look, I'm a step ahead of you. Not saying I'm better than you, but I'm a step ahead of you because the thing we don't have, these little steps we standing on, or this little area we controlling right now, we still here. I don't want to be in the same area forever because it's going to get boring.
Yeah.
You know, so if I want to be different, I can hang with these guys or whatever. I'm going to step up. I got a lady involved. You know, I'm being different, you know. It don't hurt to be different because at the end of the night, you said all this bros before hoes or whatever. Who do you want to go home to? A bro?
Yeah. Hey,
You know,
man.
so to each his own. So,
But yeah, it's hard though, man. It's hard out here for the youngster to say, "Oh, I want to be different," but then, when they come into the schoolhouse and some don't have. You see some of the kids, they got the new Kyries on, and others can't afford that. So it's like that's what they striving to do. Like, damn, I got to find a way to get this stuff to show off, and it's just material.
mm-hmm.
How do you talk to them about that? Trying to fit in for us, like with just to keeping up with the Joneses.
I tell my kids, the sneaker or the belts don't get you the scholarship. So if you think you got to come to school with a $400 pair of sneakers on, $600 belt on, that don't really mean nothing to me. Mm-hmm. They don't get that same delivery from a lesson of an educator. The educator not talking to your belt. He not talking to your shoes. He talking to you. Mm-hmm. I don't care if the kid coming with the Batman shoes on. He gonna sit there and listen. We always say that. People say, "Oh, I don't care what I dress my child, and I'm gonna put my child in this and put my child in that." That's all fine and well. If you think expense is better than education, to each his own. But what's gonna happen when your child only valuing these $400 sneakers, these $600 belts? That's the only thing they want to go to school for. If you don't get it to them, they're not gonna go to school because they don't have it. Now you're starting to create a problem because they only want this stuff to go to school for. I can see if they're gonna be a scholar when they get in. They put this belt on, it's like a Superman gadget. Make it, But yeah. Some people, I don't know. That's been a big argument. Like I got into lots of arguments with females over that. And I'm not trying to judge no female how you dress your child. To each, like I said, to each his own. I'm not trying to say that such and such that with the Batman shoes is smarter than your son or daughter and stuff like that. It's just that let them earn their way to the materials. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm glad they came out with the uniform policy. Everybody looked the same. Yeah. Khaki pants, whatever color school shirt, whatever goes on your feet.
So they try to find a way though with them shoes.
Try to find a way with the shoes. But now we can just focus on up top. Rarely you'll see. Well, I know my babies don't. I tell my babies, don't walk with your feet down. Don't walk with your head down. Mm-hmm. So if you walk with your head down, you're just looking at your feet. I don't want you to know what's on your feet. That's not important right now. Mm-hmm. Keep your head up.
What's in front of you?
Your head down.
I like that, man.
So I've been like that too. I just always tell people, I don't care what's on my feet. And if I ever was caught walking with my head down, I always said to myself, that's a nice pair of shoes.
That's fire, bro. I like that, man. That's fire. Do you think a college degree is mandatory for you to be successful?
No. They say school is not for everybody. They just get into certain professions. But then again, I say, how much education do you need to teach? Mm-hmm. How much? Some people go forever to teach. The new age way of teaching is kind of crazy. Like all this crazy math they got coming out of something called lattice and this little boogie board you got to use to get to 15 plus 20 is 35. But you got to draw this big old board and put these numbers over here. I saw a problem like that the other day and it killed me. It kind of killed me. I was kind of a little fifth grader brought me to me and I was like, bro, I have no clue what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. But I figure it should be certain levels of education or the educational scale you should go to depending on what you want to do. It's just like being like when people say substitute teachers are not teachers. Why not?
Yeah, I think we all in some form we are educators, man. Once you get experience, you can.
But that's the crazy part. Why not? Only thing that'd be different between a substitute teacher and a teacher is a pay scale. And you can't really say degree because you have some substitute teachers that have 4-year degrees but just don't want to teach. Yeah. They can just be a spare job. They're getting money on the side. Second job. But substitute teach. You got to do the same thing. Yeah. I started out as a sub, and then at first, to me, it was just a job. It was like, as long as I just got to show up. But then after a while, like, what's my purpose? Like, I want to be a teacher. What's my purpose of being a substitute if I just want to sit here? That's kind of boring. My days just drag on. So I started learning from other people I saw teaching it, but what they're doing in the classroom. So eventually, even though when I was still a sub, people stopped putting a substitute on my name. It was like, our teacher. So I was like, oh, wow. Right before we got to the teacher actually with the
title.
With the title, it was, that's our teacher right there. Not, he's the sub in that class. Or, then I started getting the respect. I started getting the discipline in the classroom. Now I'm running the show as a sub. So I'm starting to build my confidence. Like now, once everything go through and I get the teacher title, it's going to be a smooth sell for me. So that's why it's like my second year in. I'm so comfortable doing it. And I help other people that come in. They be so scared to do it. Even if another sub come in the building. I try to talk to them and like, yo, just hold your head up. don't let them see you weak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're supposed to be a substitute teacher, stand up.
Yeah, come and do
Don't come in and sit down. Stand up. If they see you standing up, they know you know something.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment you go in there and you let we got to shove, and you sit down.
They eat you alive. I remember that.
Eat you alive.
I remember that back in the day.
Eat you alive.
Oh, so we got a sub today? Miss Evans ain't here.
Eat you alive. And substitute still work. Just like if you had a flat tire, what do you put on to keep the car going? Spare tire.
Yep. The donut.
People know how to cook.
Yep.
They're not chefs. What make them not a chef? Oh, because he ain't go to school, so he can't be called a chef. Why not? Maybe fuck him. I might cook better than him.
I think that's so stupid, man. I think it's really just America, though.
It is.
I think it's here because I know I was in school for doing a dental assistant, right? My instructor was a medical doctor in her country from the Philippines. She came to America. They stripped her of all that. They said, no, you're not a doctor. And I'm like, ain't teeth the same everywhere?
Yeah.
Right? That's crazy. And that correlates to the teaching thing. It's like, listen, what this piece of paper, it's like the old lady in the church, right? She been around the place, she know everything. She at school you better than anybody you know. Probably ain't got a high school diploma though. You know what I mean? So that is crazy. And, it's funny you said something earlier about the teaching with the subbing and stuff like that. And you said they got this boogie board for math to teach you some new stuff. So how do you feel about the curriculum being as though you're a teacher? You think is it suited for us to actually excel, to make the children excel in life, or is it just something that's just standardized, for maybe the principal don't get fired? You know what I mean?
That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard right there to answer. I just right now to be successful, I just think we need time.
Mm-hmm.
Kids need time. It's not enough time. People complain about the school day. I just think they need time. And I was asked a question about this a couple of days ago. Somebody said, I heard another person that was giving me an interview. She said, "What do you know about being the best teacher?" And I was like, I would never consider somebody to be the best teacher. I would never consider myself to be a best teacher. I said, because there's no such thing as a best teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's best practices. Because you can have this kind, loving, sweet, down-to-earth person in front of you, but they don't have the practices, the perfect practice to get you where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we run into that. We run into a teacher, we just love them. Oh, like growing up, I had teachers I love to death. Oh, I love such and such. I love her to death. You just want to be around them because they had that part. But then you got to think about the delivery.
Yeah.
So me, I think about it like delivery. Just like pizza. If you order a pizza and they tell you they're going to be there in 30 minutes or less, or free. I'm thinking getting it in 30 minutes or less for free. And in this particular instance, when we talk about education, time. The more time I can get with delivery, it'll make my practices better.
So, do you implement, other things like real life situations in your classroom outside of your actual core curriculum? Something maybe you use something like accounting in your class. I mean, not really accounting, but something like that. Real life situation, like teach them. You use examples of maybe I'm selling candy, and they can know how to deal with money and stuff like that.
Parts of the day we do math talk. So we always do math talk. I don't care if it's like a spot on interview with them. I can ask them questions, something simple. How many steps did it take you to get to the water fountain?
Mm-hmm.
Walk backwards. Use smaller baby steps. Now we're dealing with math. We're dealing with space. We're dealing with time. Run over to there and grab me such and such amount of blocks. Or set the table up with the breakfast. How many people should be sitting there? And now right now they're thinking about numbers. But then now they started thinking about adding numbers and subtracting numbers. So we got 6 people to a table, and there's only 5 people here today. And I always ask the question: how many people should be sitting? 6. How many people here? 5.
Okay.
So who's missing? 1 person. So now they don't even know that they're actually doing word problems right there in front of me. And I'm coaching them how to listen to the keys, the clues. Listen to the clues. I always told everybody when I deal with math and when I deal with literacy or whatever, take out what you know first. I don't care how big the paragraph is. There's some kids right now when they look at something like a test question can be this long. You don't need all of that stuff to answer that test question.
You never really do.
That's what makes some of the kids scared. Then we get into that incident where we doing click, click, push. They just say, oh, click, push, click, push. Then you get these test results back and it's like, damn, I failed. How? What I'm here to do is look at the key elements, little problems, little paragraph, take out what you know. And I tell my kids this, look, we're going to take out what we know.
Yeah.
So they telling us, look, we're done with 46 bananas. Underline 46.
46, that's it, yeah.
Now look for your other numbers in there. Look for your other, they give you numbers. And it's probably going to eventually tell you what you're doing. Addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. It's going to tell you within this little story if you don't want to read the whole thing. And most kids can't read, so that's probably going to scare them. So once they get down and underline everything you need to know, now find your order of operation. Subtraction problem, addition problem, multiplication problem, and it start to get them that confidence that he can do it. It's hard. That's all I say. It's hard.
That's all you can say, man.
It's hard, but time. That's all. Time.
What's a legacy you want to leave behind?
When I'm going, what they gonna remember me by? Especially, I'm definitely gonna be the guy in the bow tie. Definitely gonna be the guy in the bow tie. But just dare to be different, man. I'm different. You're never gonna find, just like two snowflakes, you're never gonna find the same. So I want people to know that I was one that tried. You know, I give up to try again. And people might think like, well, that's weird. Why would you give up to try again? So if I give up and then try again, just to see if I could do it.
Man, that's dope.
So I like that. I give up and then try again. It's like an adrenaline rush. Give up, like, well, tomorrow I gotta get up and go to work. Now let me quit this job. Let me go find another one. If I find another job, like, damn, I still got the juice.
Oh, all right.
You know, I still got the juice. So just give it. I mean, dare to be different, and I dare everybody to be different.
Any handle we can find you on social media somewhere? I mean, let me know all your handles and stuff like that.
Just right now, we got a BOG page right now. You can log on to that. We got it. It's called Better Our Generation. You can log on to that page. It's on Facebook, and you can actually see some pictures and stuff, and some videos of what the kids actually do. We actually have a ceremony coming up on June 6th that's open to the public. If you guys want to see what that looks like, it's a real good mentor program. You can come through. Date and location will be released probably next week because we don't know. We're having a situation where we want to make it convenient to the parents so they can travel expenses to get there. But yeah, come out and see. You know, yeah. Facebook, BOG, Twitter, is food involved. Don't ask me why, but it's food involved. Instagram, I'm comedy. I'm _KOMEDI.
Okay.
And my personal Facebook page is Laugh Out Loud Comedy.
Okay.
Laugh is LAFOUT. What is it? KOMEDI as well.
Okay.
You know.
All right, man. Thanks talking to you, Jay.
Nice talking to you too.
All right, bro.